Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We are Vacay Mode Travels. That is Sarah. I am Alden. Congratulations, you are newly engaged and are considering a destination wedding.
Woohoo!
Yeah, but you're wondering what are the first steps to making that happen. That's what we're going to get into today.
Yes, we hear this from couples all of the time. They just get engaged. They know they want to do a destination wedding, but there is so many steps with a destination wedding, they don't even know where to start. So today we want to break down the first handful of steps on where to start if you are looking to plan a destination wedding. And the first step is really to consider your vision for your destination wedding. What do you want the vibe to look like, not only in the destination, the landscape, but also in your venues? Do you envision having children at your destination wedding? Do you envision it being small and intimate or large and grand? Do you envision it being lush on a beach, on a terrace? These are all things that you really want to consider before you even get started into the planning process, because if you don't know the vision of what you want, it's going to be hard for anybody to help you bring it to life.
Yes.
So really take some time, think about that vision, consider what your priorities are in your destination wedding.
Yes, that's one of the first questions we ask is how do you envision that special day? And a lot of people really know what they want. Some don't know and just need a little guidance to what kind of style and vibe that venue is going to be. Step 2, choosing the actual destination. Where are you going to have your destination wedding? Mexico, Caribbean, Jamaica. There's so many great options, and that's where we come in. We want you to consider a few things. How easy is it for you and your guests to get there? Think logistically. You have to get from point A to point B. If you're on the West Coast and you have to fly to Cancun, that might be longer, or to Caribbean, that's going to be longer as well. And then once you land, how far does it take to get from the airport to the resort? So travel ease for you and your guests. Also the legal and symbolic ceremonies. For those that aren't familiar, you can get married in destination, or you can have a legal ceremony back home at the courthouse and then have a symbolic ceremony on site. It feels just the same, but there can be some hiccups to that, or just some things to consider depending on the destination. What is the resort vibe, the amenities that are included, and the wedding packages that they offer? Also, are there some cultural experiences or local flavor that you're looking to incorporate into your wedding? That can vary depending on where you get married.
Yes.
Step 3, selecting the right resort. This is where things can get overwhelming very fast. There are so many.
It's not like there's a million resorts out there to choose from.
There's so many resorts out there, but you really have to take everything into consideration. The venue, the resort vibe, the guest experience. Are there a lot of vendor options at that resort? And what I mean by that is, are you going to be very secluded where a lot of florists and DJs can't get to? Maybe the resort doesn't offer anything. So all things to consider. And what we're going to do, we're going to help you manage all the room blocks and get those vendors so you can make sure you have all the decor that you need, and also inform you on what that guest experience is going to be for your family and friends.
Another thing you want to consider when choosing your resort is the resort's vendor policy. Do they allow you to work with vendors outside of their preferred list? If so, do they charge an outside vendor fee? And what is that amount? I see a lot of times couples don't find this out till later on, and then it really impacts part of their budget. So it's very important that you understand that up front, what those outside vendor fees are and what the resort's policy is, because again, we want to make sure that you get the vendors and the experience that you're looking for, and that's a critical part of that selection.
Yep.
Step number 4 is going to be building the planning timeline. There is so many steps that go on in a destination wedding. You know, we hear it all the time. Couples start this process. They think they're going to DIY it. Oh, it's no big deal. We just need to get a resort and pick a venue and everyone will book it. It's no big deal. There are so many logistics that go into planning a destination wedding. You really want to make sure that you are working with somebody that you trust, that has your back, is advocating for you. If you decide to DIY this process and work directly with the resort, just keep in mind the resort works for the resort. We work for you. We're your advocate. We're looking out for your best interests. We're going to help review contracts, make sure everything is on the up and up. We're going to make sure you're aware of any hidden fees or vendor policies. So again, you have full transparency going into the planning process. We're going to guide you through when to send your save the dates, how to handle the legal paperwork if you're doing a legal in-destination wedding, when to secure your vendors. We're going to walk you through all of this, and we're going to give you our digital wedding planning tool so you can keep track of everything, have a checklist. We're going to be meeting every other month to go through that, give you personalized recommendations. All of the recommendations we give are completely personalized to you and your vision. We really take a lot of time on the front end to get to know you and what you're looking for, so that way we can give you personalized recommendations. We don't recommend the same things for everybody. It really is unique to each couple and what you are looking for.
That's really the biggest one, the timeline for couples. Sarah always mentions it's like layering a cake. There are a lot of steps, but if you take your time and plan accordingly, it's not overwhelming. And like Sarah said, the resort works for the resort. There's a lot of reservations and contractual elements that the resort is not going to go out of their way to let you know about it. If something changes, you're kind of bound by that. You weren't given any heads up, and they may just be very cold about that process. It's our goal to keep you informed and ahead of those deadlines, so you aren't financially, bound by anything. Step 5, communicating with the guests. Family and friends, they are great, but they do need guidance. Again, they're going to be traveling from point A to point B. Maybe they don't travel much, and they just really don't know what to expect. It is our goal to help them not be confused and be informed, so they know what to expect when they arrive. And we're going to do that by customizing some travel portals. We're going to be having instructions for them and what to expect when they arrive. As soon as they land into the airport, we'll have wedding itineraries set up for them so they know what to expect and when things are going on. FAQs, packing tips, all those things we're going to offer to your friends and family. That way you don't have to take that burden on as well. If they have any questions, they're more than welcome to reach out to us. We'll introduce ourselves and let them know or answer any questions that they have.
Yes, keep in mind that some of your family and friends may never have left the country before. So we do have a series of pre-travel emails that are going to go out to them, informing them about the resort, about the wedding events, all the things that they need to know. And of course, they always have a direct line of communication to us should they have any questions or need any assistance.
Yes, we've been fielding a lot of questions as of late regarding Mexico. It was very unfortunate, but we're happy to report that everything has, from what we've seen, has been up and running. Destination weddings are happening. People are traveling again. Things that we definitely should consider when traveling will help them if they have any concerns about safety or what to expect. But as of right now, today, things are going good.
Yes. And the last tip we really want to talk with you guys about is hire the person that is right for you. Now, and what do I mean by this? That's a very broad statement, but you're going to be working with your destination wedding planner for a year, 2 years. It's important that you find somebody not only that you like, but somebody that you trust to advocate for you, give you good guidance along the way. You're going to be talking to us on a regular basis, so for us it's really important that there's a good working relationship there. We only work with 6 to 9 couples per year. That is intentional because we want to really get to know our couples, personalize their experience, and give them guided recommendations, and we can only do that if we have a manageable workload. We are not one of those planners that takes on hundreds of destination wedding groups a year. We focus on doing things really, really well, so we also will work with you on all of the wedding planning, making sure that everything is set for your celebration from A to Z, not leaving any pieces out. And that's what we want for you. We want somebody that really has your back, somebody you trust, somebody that you like to meet with, and consider that when you're starting that interviewing process. Now, you don't need to pick your destination and your resort before starting to interview destination wedding specialists or planners. You ideally, once you have that vision in mind, that's the point when you want to start those meetings and find somebody that you feel comfortable with and you connect with to assist you in that planning process.
Yes. We hope you have found this information helpful. We do still have 2026 dates available, but they are booking out fast. A lot of venues are booking out 12, some 18 months out ahead. But if you're considering a destination wedding, reach out to us. We have a free consultation. You can find more information at govacaymodetravels.com. Hope you have a great rest of the week.
Safe travels.